Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Drowned Shores, Session 2. In our last session, our group of adventurers were found milling about the port town of Lilywhite, a fragment of a very well-crafted and ancient astrolabe in hand, trying to find clues towards the members of the Devil's Tide pirate ship that had gone missing so many years ago. After all, their treasure has been rumored to be found in this region, and as theoretically those astrolabe fragments you have are the keys to that treasure, you all should have some sort of head start to finding it. Through a series of events, circumstance, and chance, you all came to be gathered here at the God's Revel Inn, where these pieces of astrolabe have all been connected together, revealing a sort of magical image floating in the air of a very beautiful but intricate compass rose. Additionally, the magic formula itself was revealed to have some erroneous characters in them. And when translating those characters, you were able to come up with a name, Crackbeak. None of you recognize this name or to whom it belongs, but it is a name and an image that you have been granted by this astrolabe. And so the question is, what your goal is now. Some real quick things. Since we have lost Rongo's player, moving forward, his character is not going to just vanish. He is with you at the moment still. But Samudra, we are going to retcon your dreams ever so slightly and make it that Rongo was not a member of them. Everyone else was still there in the dream, and there were still 6 others plus yourself. Rongo was not one of them, though. You kind of probably come to realize that after being in this close proximity to everyone, getting a chance to actually look at them a bit more closely.
I mean, I feel like I would have noticed the giant half-shark guy, but I believe you.
It was a very stormy night in the dream.
Okay, thank you.
Things were happening.
Are there still 6 pieces?
There are, yeah. Everything has remained the same, it's just that Rongo was not in Samudra's dream anymore.
Already?
It would have been someone else. And if another person joins in the future, open slot, and decides to play a wereshark themselves, then maybe it did look like Rongo. That's up for
Fair.
interpretation.
What are the odds of that happening?
We'll just say there was someone wearing a really big cloak in the dream.
I'd agree.
So, this magical image is currently floating above the table. You can hear the sounds of the tavern outside as orders are being called, drinks and food are being served. It's about, I believe, about 3 in the afternoon at this point in time.
You said it's a Crackbeak?
Crackbeak, yes.
I think Inrail would try to put it back together again. Does it turn back on?
The astrolabe, putting the pieces back together. Yes, it does cause the image to form in the air once more, slowly spinning. You know, after it does about 2 full rotations, was when it collapsed again last time.
I'll wait a little bit and then say Crackbeak again if it stays on longer than it did last time.
It stays on for the same amount of time, about 2 full rotations of the image. It takes about 10 seconds total that it lasts.
Okay, so Crackbeak is not some kind of command word.
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. When you said it, did you have any intent behind your words, or were you just saying it aloud?
Just kind of saying it aloud to see if it shut it off again.
Sure. It does
Can I
not
attempt to
garner any reaction.
Can I tap a recall knowledge on Crackbeak?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I would like to get in on that. Is there a particular lore? Actually, I'll just recall knowledge.
Yeah, just use your recall knowledge skill. This is mostly going to fall under society, though your sailing lore would come into play for this as well, Kinriel. Alistair, the name does ring a bell for you, but not for the exact reason you would expect. It's not a name you recognize from here in Lillywhite, per se, but you do remember your uncle mentioning that name to you at one point in the past. Crackbeak being also a member of the Devil's Tide, who was the crew's Jinx Eater.
Oh, I'll share that. It's like, oh, that, I believe my uncle said that was the name of one of the crewmates on the Devil's Tide. Something about eating jinxes? I'm not sure what he meant by that.
I think most of you would recognize, actually. Actually, Kinriel, you might know this the best. Jinx Eaters are a ability that a number of tengu can end up having, where curses and other ill effects are sort of dampened in their presence. For a long time, having a Jinx Eater aboard the crew of a free captain in their ship was really, really popular, simply because it was a way to help protect yourselves against whatever strange effects you might come across at sea. In the last maybe 7 or 8 years, that's been becoming less popular as a number of students from the Magambaya and other magical colleges end up coming out here and finding positions on crews themselves. Having that more well-rounded breadth of magic has sort of phased out the need for simpler Jinx Eaters.
So the image was a big, like mermaid and stars, right?
Yeah, the core of the design was a compass rose. But it contained elements of stars and tentacles in the design as well.
What do you all think we should do now?
Can I make a religion check to see if there's anything about Gazra that may be helpful here?
Sure.
Public or blind?
Blind.
Sorry?
Blind. This falls under recalling knowledge. The wind and the waves, you're not sure if there's any direct connection between Gozra, their worship, and the design floating in the air. There aren't really any elements of symbols that you know to be holy. Gozra's holy symbol is a leaf with a water droplet falling from it. So, as far as you can tell, there is no connection between the deity and this symbol.
Hmm.
The rumors that we've been hearing say that the treasure's on this island, right?
Yep. It's stated to be somewhere in the vicinity of Lily White.
I recall knowledge to see if there's anywhere on this island that, like, the name is reminiscent of like tentacles or mermaids.
Sure.
Squid Bay or
Ooh. There are no connections that you're able to think up at a glance. Motaku Isle is one of the largest direct islands in the Shackles. So, yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing really that you can think of that fits really easily, especially that's in this region. Lily White and Rapier Bay are really the two major ports on Motaku Isle. And when you get inland, there are places like the Takalak Hills, the Glittering Lake, the Karsul Swampland, the Chenog Rainforest. I guess there's also the port town of Quent. None of them really have any connection that comes to mind for you, though.
I don't have much of an idea of what this means yet.
Perhaps we need to find Crackbeak and he can reveal more.
Samudra, was he one of the ones of the six in the dream? The Tengu?
I mean, maybe. It was a dark and stormy night.
You do not recall a Tengu being among those six others, Samudra.
But I have to tell you, it doesn't sound familiar.
I guess we could ask around town about Crackbeak. I don't think any of us were asking that question before.
Well, if this is meant to be a failsafe for us to come together and then find where they've hidden a treasure, then Crackbeak might have left the crew at some point.
Yeah, so he wasn't there when whatever went down.
You guys could absolutely spend some time hitting up the town and gathering information today if you wanted to.
Oh, excuse me. That sounds like something someone with diplomacy would do.
That does indeed, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see, who's actually got some diplomacy in this party?
I do.
River and Samudra are our only trained diplomatizers.
Fine. Make the ladies do all the hard work.
Like that the person with the highest survival is untrained in it. The people who are trained have a lower modifier. That's funny.
Who has that?
Well, River, you have the highest survival at a +4.
Stop it.
Both Smokes and Samudra are trained in it, but they've only got +3s.
My God.
So, you guys' survival is real good this campaign. Best of
Yikes.
luck.
We don't need that in a sailing campaign.
No. If you get shipwrecked and need food, you couldn't possibly need to forage.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Note to self, party has no survival. Abuse that fact.
That's not nice.
Have you met me?
I guess the only other thing Kenrail would try would be to turn the astrolabe back on and like start turning it while it's turned on, see if it changes the image in any way.
Interesting.
Can manipulate the image.
Yeah, go ahead. You know what? I think this is a perfect time for you to roll mythical treasure lore.
So just directly roll that. Instead of
Yeah.
taking damage.
Yeah, this can be public.
All right. Am I gonna spend a hero point? I am.
Are you sure? You can keep the nat one.
Okay, 16.
Taking some time, a few moments here and there, every time you reconnect the astrolabe to focus it, get the image to appear, you begin actually turning some of the rings that are a part of it. As you do so, you notice that the stars in the background of the image actually begin to shift, their positions changing.
And the star patterns change when you move the rings. If you turn it, like if you pick up the compass and you turn it, does the compass rose turn as well?
It does.
So it's always pointing. Okay.
Yeah, it seems to always be pointing, as far as you can tell, true north.
good with star patterns?
That be a nature?
Yes, it would.
I was gonna say maybe my +4 survival could help.
I'm trained in nature, but it's still only a +3.
I would actually
Oh.
say less. You could use nature. Occultism would also work for
Oh, I'm not trained in that.
astrology.
Never mind.
Can I do a blind nature
Yeah,
on that?
absolutely.
Can I aid them?
Sure.
Here is a blind occultism roll.
River, that's an exact success for you, so that gives a +1 to Alistair's roll.
Yeah.
Woo!
And Kinriel with the occultism check. Taking a closer look at the patterns of the stars, there are a few that you are able to notice. And the main ones you can see are constellations you do recognize. There's the Fang, there's Gygus Major, there's the Kraken, and the Sea Wraith as well. You can see all of those as you maneuver and change the rings. One thing catches your attention, though, Alistair and River, with your assistance. There is a series of about 7 stars in a circular pattern. Each of those 7 stars accentuated by a much smaller cluster of stars as well. That is not a pattern of stars that you know of. That is not a pattern that appears in the night sky normally, as far as you can tell.
I'm willing to bet that this is pretty much a honing circle. Wherever this is, has to be what we're looking for.
Interesting.
When a certain star pattern is present, does the compass change, or is it still the same?
The compass remains the same.
Okay.
And most of the constellations you see are very common ones across the night sky in this part of the world.
Well, I say let's hop to it.
Agreed.
All right.
Then what is the next step then?
We will still ask around about Crackbeak, see if we can find out where they are and go talk to them. If possible.
Absolutely. Anyone who wishes to do that is more than welcome to. I do not believe it requires trained in diplomacy, unless my brain doesn't work. No, you can attempt to gather information even if you are not trained in diplomacy. So this should be a blind roll, though.
Alistair knows nothing about the gathering information, so he's completely confused.
Alistair goes back to work. So Samudra and River both go head out to see if they can get any information. What about the rest of you?
Yeah,
I think Kinro would still be fiddling with the device and
Sure.
trying to make sense of it. What is it, a code or whatever?
Absolutely.
Guess I probably would try to help up with that if I can.
Okay. The two of you can give me your choice of check. Occultism or society would both be the best options here.
There's blind rolls, I would assume.
Yes.
Alright. I'll do Society.
Society?
Society.
Those are the same for me. Is there one that's better than the other? Or it doesn't matter.
Not really.
Roll society.
Okay. We are rolling very well today. Samudra, as you head out and start asking around for information, are there any specific people you're going to talk to? Dock workers, people coming off ships, locals that you're aware of?
I would probably talk to any street urchins I met in my journeys.
Sure. As you go and spend a little bit of time asking about Crackbeak, it's strange. You don't have a description of him. You simply have a name. So it's a little bit harder. Not many of the urchins you come across necessarily know people's names. But there is one that when you go up to talk to them, they recognize the name more as a description. Oh, yeah, Crackbeak. Well, I've seen someone with a cracked beak.
All right.
If that helps.
Yeah, it does help.
Yeah. I've seen him south. I know his house is near Hartha's. But I don't know exactly where.
Okay. Do you know anybody that he hangs out with or like what things he does? I mean, any additional information you can give me?
He he works at one of the shipping companies here, I think. I've seen him around the docks every now and then.
Big boat or little boat?
Well, he loads things up onto bigger boats most of the time.
Have you seen him lately?
Yeah, I think I saw him about 3 days ago was the last time.
What are you doing today?
Just looking for things to do.
So it sounds like you're looking for Crackbeak. And when you come back, I'll give you another one of these. And you tell me where you found him, and I'm going to give him a silver.
As you hand him the coin, his eyes very clearly light up. And he kind of clutches it with both hands and looks at it. Yeah, I'm looking for Crackbeak today. And
Awesome.
he's gonna
We'll be at
dart
the
off.
bar.
No, he doesn't even hear
Perfect.
that.
Well, I'm gonna go tell my friends the information that I've received from my urchin friend.
Sure.
Like him extorts children and bloodlords, and now in drowned shores.
Yeah.
Let's be clear, that is consistent in every character I play always.
Child exploitation.
Absolutely.
It's a very valuable lesson about the rendering services and receiving payment.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good lesson. It's a good lesson to be learned.
Nobody pays attention to kids, and they hear everything.
River, unfortunately, you come back without really gaining any information. The name Crackbeak doesn't really ring any bells amongst the people you go around asking. So you more so end up just getting a lot of looks. Some people recognize you and know you work at the inn. Some people definitely ask why you're looking for Crackbeak if you answer them. That's a question, I should specify.
Can you repeat the question? I'm so sorry.
Yeah. When you're asking around about Crackbeak, there are a few people that ask why you're looking for them. If you, however you wish to respond to that.
Well, River just would say it's not really any of your business, but it's in my best interest to know where they're at.
Fair enough. Good, strong response that gets most people to back off when they hear it. But unfortunately, over those 2 hours or so, you don't manage to find anyone who has any information. And Alistair and Kinriel, as the two of you spend that time sort of remaining at the inn, focusing on figuring out the astrolabe and what's going on with it. Unfortunately, even spending that extra time focusing in on it, there's nothing much else that really catches your attention. You're able to figure out a number of the constellations that it shows as you move things. That one other potential constellation, I suppose, more so a series of stars, definitely stumps you because it is not a formation of stars you're familiar with. And at this moment in time, trying to use the other constellations and the compass to figure out where that would be positioned isn't bearing any fruit. It's not to say you can't figure it out, but for now at least, it's kind of falling flat, and you're not really getting anything productive out of it.
That's a tricky one.
It's a bit of over-engineering, if you ask me. One would think having key in 6 pieces is enough security measures. Hopefully the others found Crackbeak or where his whereabouts.
Hopefully.
River and Samudra, the two of you reconvene with everyone around 5:15 in the afternoon, when people are definitely starting to come into the inn. It's starting to grow louder as the dinner rush really begins. And people come in at the end of the day to get drinks and just relax.
Any luck?
I'm gonna convey all the information I got from my urchin.
He's a local. That's a stroke of luck.
I didn't get shit.
That's okay. Same with us. This compass has us both stumped.
What a curious design.
Everyone seemed all too interested in why I was looking for fucking Crackbeak, but not that I'm fucking. It's none of their goddamn business.
You should be careful. Oh, sorry.
You go ahead.
I was just gonna say we should be careful who we mention what we're doing here. That we're seeking the Devil's Tide's treasure.
Which is why I told them that it's none of their fucking business, and if you've ever heard of it.
It's a good call. I noticed that the gnome and the Kraken's I forgot the rest of the name.
The Iron Kraken.
The Iron Kraken, that's it. Yes, short-term memory. He seemed rather interested, noticing that me and Smokes had a connection there. So I made a point not to say anything specific.
Well, that was smart. Did he give you the heebie-jeebies? Or was he just curious?
He seemed curious, but it's hard to say.
Perhaps we are just waiting for Samudra's child labor force to come back with information now.
When you put it that way, that certainly does sound bad.
I kid. She paid him.
I mean, he's happy, we're happy. I feel like it was a win-win.
Abadar would approve.
Abadar would approve.
If you all wish to just wait around for the child to hopefully appear with information, you're more than welcome to.
Is it still your day off, River, or are we working? Because if we're working, then we'll just wait for the child laborer. But if we're free, then a couple of us should go check out the docks and see if we can pick him off.
Are you there, River?
Abandoned us.
I'm sorry. My grandma's not used to me having games on Sundays. What was the question?
Are we working? Is it still your day off?
Fuck yeah, it's still my day off.
Well, then let's go check out the docks.
Let's fucking go.
Okay.
Are
Does
we
Lily
all
White have a
going?
library?
Yeah, I would like to bring at least one big strong man with us. Not that we need him, but we might need to sell his body for science, so.
There is no library here in Lily White. Kinreal, unfortunately.
I figured that.
I have a strength of 0, so I'm not strong.
It's a fucking pirate town. You really
About
expect
two
people to know how to read?
2 unstrong men will come with you.
Everyone goes together. And if that's the case, I am going to ask everyone to go ahead and just give me that gather information check here. Or, if they would rather, instead of focusing on talking to people, just sort of keeping an eye out, they can give me a perception check instead.
I will do perception.
Do you
Me
want
as well.
another gather information from me?
Yes. This would be a new check at this point.
Actually, I'm a liar. Can I do gather information because my diplomacy is trained?
Yes.
Thanks.
Oh, I clicked the wrong button.
Oops.
I'm like, why didn't it show up? Oh no, I clicked initiative.
Oh. No initiative being rolled here.
I hope not.
Push
Not
the
yet,
wrong
at
button.
least.
Like, that's not the start we want to be off to.
Oh right, I'm the only one in the comment tracker.
I wonder what I rolled.
Could have been anything, believe me. Heading down to the docks and looking for some additional information. Let's go ahead and just delete that encounter. And we'll pop everyone over to the Lily White map too, because why not? And continuing to ask around after Crackbeak. There are a couple things that you gain and notice during this time. There are a number of merchant and shipping companies that have holdings here in Lily White, and each of them have a number of workers at them as well. So kind of focusing on targeting them this time, Samudra asking around about Crackbeak some more. Eventually, you do get another person. Let's see, who is it? Yeah, you come across a sort of older, grizzled Dromar. Pretty burly, but thick beard, shaved head. Introduces himself as Harlan Gage. But when you ask him about Crackbeak, he sort of gets a questioning look in his eyes. I know about Crackbeak. Why are you looking for him?
We heard he might know something about someone that I care about.
Is that the case?
I'm gonna do puppy dog eyes and look as innocent as possible and nod.
He's a co-worker of mine. Works for Horizon's Edge. Probably over at one of the warehouses right now, getting a shipment together, if I had to guess.
Do you like him?
He's a nice enough fella. Bit
Do you,
laid back most of the time, keeps to himself, but gets good work done.
do you think he's a stand-up guy? Well, as stand-up as any.
Are we talking about in terms of the caliber of individual you'll find around here, or in more general terms?
I'm gonna smile slightly wryly and kind of look around and say, well, I mostly want to know is the information that he's going to give me, if he has information, is he trustworthy? And is he likely to swindle me?
He hasn't lied to me before, so I don't think you'll find him a big problem. Yeah.
Hey,
Bit sensitive about some of his injuries, so try not to call him on them.
the beak?
The beak, the arm.
Okay.
Other than that,
I'm gonna. River, do you have cards? If River has cards, I'll give him a card of the inn. And if not, I'll just tell him that if he sees Crackbeak, tell him that, that I was looking for him. That I think he might have known my brother.
what name am I giving him?
My name's Samudra, and I'm at the blah 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 inn.
God's Ravel.
Yep, that's where I am.
Next time I see him, I'll let him know.
Next time you're in the blah 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 inn, drinks on me. Thank you for being such a helpful person.
Well, I'm not gonna say no to that. As this conversation is going on, Kinriel, you notice there are a few other people on the docks who are kind of subtly clocking your group and just keeping an eye on you.
We're being watched.
I can hear River in my voice saying we're always watched. Or in my head. Because she's a cutie.
We're gonna look at Kinrail and quietly whisper, you might want to send your little birdie off to go scout the place before we head over.
We're heading to the warehouse where he works. Is that where we're going next? Is that the plan?
Can. It's a little after 7 p.m. at this point.
Okay, I guess I'll send Surge over there.
Okay. Yeah, having the location pointed out to you guys. Go ahead and clock where the Horizon's Edge warehouse is on the map. Do you have... let me check. What are your familiar abilities on Surge right now?
I can't talk to him, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
He understands what I say to him, but he can't talk back.
Right.
So
He also
it'd
cannot
probably be
share
some
his senses.
Yeah, it'd probably be some sign language. Like,
Sure.
was he there? Just shake a head no. Or...
It's also very funny that Surge is a bird, but cannot fly.
He's a chicken.
Just one.
Or
He's a penguin.
an emu.
Only have
Wait,
two
wait,
abilities
wait.
at level 1.
Yeah, your little water bird goes running off through the streets. I'm gonna ask for a stealth check from Surge, please.
Okay. Pull up his character sheet. Hey, it's one of his good ones.
Hot dog.
Private.
Yes, please.
Fine. There you go.
Okay. Very nice. Surge goes winding through the streets, very quickly disappears from all of your sights. It takes maybe 40 minutes or so for Surge to come waddling back through the streets towards your group as you're sort of loitering around the docks waiting. But Surge does come back to you and does not look any worse for wear.
Did you find a tengu with a broken beak?
Surge shakes his head.
Maybe it's his day off. Oh no, that's not what the guy said. Never mind.
What is evening, right? So
Hmm?
he might have left for the day already, if he was there at all. Did anyone follow you, Surge?
Shakes its head.
Okay. People still watching us? Same people?
No, the people who were watching you vanished around 20 minutes ago.
Okay.
Well, we know where
Head
the
to
warehouse is.
Yeah, the warehouse in the morning.
I agree. It's been a long day. We've all just met. I think we should shack up for the night. And then we'll reconvene tomorrow.
It has been a long day.
All right. If people want to go get some rest, they're more than welcome to. I know Samudra and River both stay at the God's Revel Inn right now. Samudra sleeping in one of the back rooms. River sleeping in her own room that she shares with Lila. What about the rest of you? Do you have places you want to actually stay at? Or do you just kind of want to find like an alleyway or near the beach to sleep?
I have enough coin. I can afford a bit at the inn.
We're so proud of you, Alistair.
Yeah.
No longer
Once this-
poor.
1 silver that gets me a bed for 1.
There you go.
Yeah, just get a room at the end.
Sure.
If there are rooms available.
It's the God's Revel doesn't have many inn or like actual rooms for people. A lot of times people just kind of sleep on the floor. And as long as it's not too rowdy, people can just pop a coin over to the bar and they're allowed to just stay the night conked out wherever there's
Oh.
space.
It's just floor space. That's cheaper. I'll do that then.
It is gonna be 5 copper for floor space rather than the normal 3, since Lilywhite is pretty busy right now due to everyone coming and searching for the treasure. So it's a bit more crowded than usual.
And there's some event going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Melee.
Yeah, the Mariners Melee is in 2 days. So there'll definitely be some people that are here for that.
I'm an outsider. I don't know anything about that.
I don't either. I just remember it from last session.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I paid 5 copper.
All right.
My piece is back in the puzzle box.
Sure. People taking their astrolabe pieces back.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, people go ahead and head off to sleep for the night. And go ahead and take your long rests. All right. As morning arrives and you all begin to make your way up, grab a small bite to eat, Samudra, for the first time in probably about a week at minimum, you have a peaceful night's rest. You are not beset by any dreams.
Oh. Well, this is the best night I've had all week. I'm gonna sleep like a baby. Like well into the morning until River wakes me up.
All right. As you all go about your mornings, prepare your equipment, your magic, and grab a quick bite to eat. What's the plan for today?
I guess track down Crackbeak.
Head to the horizon's edge. Warehouse.
Okay.
So he's self-conscious about his injuries, but he's named himself after his injuries.
I mean, he probably didn't name himself. He was probably given the name.
Would have a backwards coping mechanism in it.
Yeah, if you think everybody's gonna notice it, might as well just call it out.
All right. As you guys begin making your way over to the warehouse, and it's a nice and early morning. But as you approach, you having fun there?
Yep.
Fantastic. As you approach, you end up coming to a pretty large square building. You can see a number of crates and barrels all stacked along the outside of it. On the eastern and southern sides of it are both sets of large bay doors that are currently closed at this point in the morning. I can even give you a little map for it.
Yay!
Yay! Yippee! be Wahoo and Waha.
As we're walking there, can I roll a perception check to see if we can call?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to just kind of keep an eye out on what's going on around you?
Yeah. Or I guess
I'd
my
like-
exploration mode would be.
Yeah, go ahead and search.
I'll get in on that because that's what I'm good for when exploring.
Why not? As you guys are going, it's nice and early in the morning. There's a number of people sort of getting up and about their day. There are a number of people who are generally walking in the same direction as you. It's a little hard to say if they're actually following you or not. Alistair, you would be the one who would probably be the most suspicious. There is one person who's also walking in your direction. You can see they have a pretty heavily scarred face, red bandana on, light armor, and they do have a blade at their hip. That they're sort of walking in the same direction as you. You definitely remember seeing them being among the many people who rested at the God's Revel last night. And every now and then you're not certain, but it looks like they might be, looking in your direction and quickly looking away.
I'll quietly say, got a bit of a fan, it seems. Fellow with the red bandana and scarred face.
What do we want to do about it? Confront him, pretend we don't know he's there.
I don't know.
Maybe he's nice.
It is a she, I should specify.
Maybe she's nice.
Maybe she is. Maybe they're planning to. Sorry, distract for a second. Maybe they're looking to steal the treasure for themselves.
Well, that's not nice.
Perhaps we'll
Maybe
deal with it when we get to the warehouse. Maybe she won't follow us all the way there.
perhaps.
All right. Well, as you guys make your way to the warehouse proper, you can see that both sets of bay doors are currently shut. It is. I know I have you guys on the south side. If you think you'd be approaching from the east side, you're more than welcome to move yourselves over there.
Yeah, we probably will come from the east side.
Sure.
Oh, still double doors.
Yeah. Smooja River, are you guys heading over to the southern doors, or are you sticking with the group?
I would stick with the group.
Okay.
It looks like there's much activity going on here right now, or
Uh, I mean, there's some people out and about. The doors are currently shut, and as far as you can tell, there aren't really any windows into the main warehouse. So you aren't really able to tell how busy it is.
No, last river.
Yes, Samudra and River feel. Oh, River full on left the game. They might have gotten called to do something. I'll move them with the party.
Will you move me as well? My map isn't loading.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
And you guys can feel free to reposition yourselves as you would prefer.
We should make Rongo go and knock on the door.
Me?
Yeah, you're scary and intimidating, but also too dumb to look like you're a threat.
You do know he has a large battle axe with him, right? Or sorry, a
Well, tell him
great
to
axe.
Tell him to smile. He'll be fine.
Is that what everyone else wants? Is Rongo to go knock on the door?
I don't think River would approve of this plan.
Maybe they're just not open yet. She's still following us.
As you guys sort of have stopped up near the warehouse, that person just sort of continues walking.
She's good. Her spycraft is good.
Or did Alistair just roll a natural 1 on his perception?
Well, maybe.
Are you allowed to lie on perception checks?
I will lie on everything.
No. Let's even try to do it on guys who are supposed to be able to not be lied to. We could try to sneak up and maybe sneak a peek in through the door.
Technically, Seek has no crit fail effect, but I will lie to you anyways, because it's funny.
I'll look down the side of the building.
Sure. Heading over to the side of the building, I suppose, you find, like, a single guy who's out there lugging a crate around.
Is he our guy?
He looks like human man carrying box.
Hey, do you work here?
I do.
What time do the rest of the workers get here?
I mean, most of the workers have been here since before sunup. Next shift starts at mid-afternoon. Welcome
Okay,
back,
thank
River.
you.
Thank you. I don't know what the fuck that was.
I don't know either.
I guess they are open, so knocking on the door is a good idea.
River, Samudra thinks you would not be okay with the plan of have Rongo go knock on the door and look charming.
He could just smile. It'll be fine, I'm sure.
How about I go?
Oh, that is a smarter answer.
You seem like good lay of land here.
I mean, not to offend our sharky friend over there, but I think might have a little bit better of a chance of being a bit more charming.
I can be charming.
If you want to give it a shot, my sharky friend, I think you should, but I don't totally agree with it.
That man has a +0 diplomacy. Are you really? I mean, you can let him if you want to, but
God, okay.
Rongo
No.
is here to hit shit, not be the face of the party.
Okay, no. Rongo, no. Sorry, but I think that's not a very good idea.
Oh. Okay.
What do I even fucking say?
There.
Hi!
There.
That is a great question, River. What do you say?
Kick the door down. Where the fuck's Crackbeak?
A true pirate experience.
We could just ask. I'm sure they would be helpful once they find out we're just looking for my brother.
You know, that's very fair. So I am gonna do just that.
The guy comes around the corner with the box up on his shoulder and like puts a hand on the door. Where
No.
are you folks looking for someone in particular?
Well, see, my friend and I, we're looking for some people that were very important to us, and we think someone that works here might have some idea.
Well, come on in then. See if you can. I mean, do you know who it is you're looking for? What they look like? What their name is?
Well, all we really have to go on is that he's a tengu fellow.
We got one of them working here today.
Oh, really? Oh, well, my friends and I, we would really appreciate just having a word with him.
Yeah, come on in. And he'll kind of use his shoulder to push one of the bay doors open. And,
Oh, thank
begin
you, sir.
making his way in.
Come on, you're not.
He does have a Crackbeak.
Yeah. As you guys make your way into the warehouse, you see all manner of barrels, crates, supplies stacked up in various areas. A couple sort of windows set on the roof, letting light stream in from above. Only like 3 or 4 workers currently moving around, going through boxes. You can see one of them has kind of like a manifest in hand that they're going through, checking things off. Some of the others are moving some of the boxes around. But one of the figures very clearly kind of catches your attention. A tall tengu figure, mostly black feathers with a few shocks of white here and there, and very clearly a long beak that has a myriad of large cracks running through it. Everyone give me a perception check.
That's some cool ass artwork.
That is some really cool art.
That's one badass tengu.
Samudra, you notice that on Crackbeak's left arm, you can see the wrists and part of the forearm are mostly like wrapped in bandages. Peeking out through the bandage, though, is what appears to be a tattoo of a very intricate compass rose.
Does it match?
It's hard to tell. It's a distance, and you're mostly just catching a glimpse of it, but it looks intricate enough that it could match.
I'm gonna run up to him, and say, hi, Mr. Crackbeak. I'm Samudra. Do you know my brother?
As the guy who walked in with you is like, he should be somewhere over. He is about to point in Crackbeak's direction as you go running over Samudra. I guess you found him.
Thank you again.
Pleasure to help.
We
Thank you
appreciate
for your
it.
help, sir.
I'm. As you run over and talk to Crackbeak, he kind of jumps a little bit, turns to look at you, and backs into the box of crates and almost knocks it over. Like, oh, shoot! And then just to turn and catch it before it falls. I'm sorry. Could you repeat that one more time?
Hi, I'm looking for my brother, and I heard you might have seen him. His name's Abumani Ula. Do you know him?
Sorry, those are words.
Thank you for not saying God bless you. People keep saying that to me, and I don't know why.
The gods don't bless people these days, so no point in saying it. Abumani, Udra.
He might have gone by Manny.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Open? Blind.
Open.
The power of love and friendship. Fuck yeah, the power of love and friendship.
Uh,
Really need to say that until you do a diplomacy check.
I knew someone by the name of Manny, a while back. You said he's your brother?
He is. He said he was going on this trip and that he would come back for festival, and he never came back.
Do
Do you know?
I'm
Do
sorry.
you know where he is?
I don't really know what to tell you. I sailed with him a while back, had to find my way into port due to an injury for a while, and by the time I was good enough to get back on with them, they'd already left again. I haven't seen them since. Kind of looks over at the rest of you as you're walking over.
Was there a Roger Hawthorne on that ship as well?
Aye, there was.
He's my uncle.
His eyes are very clearly lingering on your necklace, River.
Since you now know what ship we're talking about, would you like to come have a drink with us?
Why are you here? All of you.
We all lost somebody very special.
They were all on that ship.
Is that really the only reason you're here?
I've heard musings and mutterings about treasure and storms and peace and all of those things, but I don't care. I just want to find my brother. My mom has been sick, so worried sick, and I just need to bring him home.
I mean, treasure would be nice.
don't know much about what happened to that crew. I barely even know what treasure they were going after that caused them to go missing, but I heard some things from them. Are you really, truly certain you want to find them, no matter what it brings to you?
Yes.
Yes.
Our family.
Yep.
But also, what does that mean? Is he sick? Is it leprosy?
He gives you a look. You're not really sure what the look means. I don't know. They've been missing for 5 years now, so I don't know where exactly they are or what happened to them, but well, I'd like to see them again too.
We seek what they left behind, hoping that it might point us where to go next.
Can I do a
Sense
I
motive?
don't know, is that what it is? I
Yeah.
just want to kind of see how I feel about him.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Anyone who would like to sense motive may give me that roll here.
Blind
Samudra's
perception.
pretty blindly trusting as a person, but like she's got a pretty fire, spidey sense too. So I'm hoping.
Kin and Alistair. He seems pretty open and honest. You can't help but get the feeling, though, that he is very much against looking for those who have gone missing. Why, you're not sure, but it's almost as if he's scared.
I'm gonna reach out to put my hand on his arm. I'm gonna catch before I actually touch his injured arm, and I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm gonna say, "I know there's stuff you're not telling me. Please."
That was Kinriel and Alistair who got that, not you.
Oh shoot, buckets.
Oh.
You did not catch that, Samudra.
Oh, well, I'm gonna still put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm still gonna say, "There's something you're not telling us. Please, I just want to find him."
You seem afraid of what happened to him. Is that it? Your little person skills over here.
So we can see that you're afraid. I don't know of what. Are you afraid of the crew or where they went?
A healthy amount of fear is necessary if you want to survive these waters, but what happened to them? Whatever they were after, if they couldn't contact us for this long, they had to have come across or made some enemy whose strength far outweighs what they were capable of. And,
You think he's dead?
I don't think he's dead. I hope he isn't dead. I've got my my own reasons for thinking he's alive in some state at least, but what lies beneath the waves and on top of the islands here are things that should not be messed with. Things that can swallow a person, and I'm sorry, but I don't think just a desire to see them again is going to get you very far in this.
What do you mean?
Are you confident that you're stronger than your brother?
I'm gonna look
sail
down
a ship
slightly
better than him?
embarrassed.
If whatever they came across was enough to keep them gone for 5 years, do you really think you have a chance of getting them back?
Fucking of course we do.
That's the power
That's
of
why-
love and friendship.
And that's also why we're here. We didn't think we could do it, we'd just be fucking rotting away in this fucking port town.
We don't even have a ship.
I'm going to ask for someone to give me a diplomacy check. Someone else can aid them as well. Whoever would like to do those rolls is more than welcome to.
I will do it.
I will aid.
Okay. Yours did not need to be blind, River. So, with a success from Samudra, that is a 23. Fine. Fine. Well, I imagine you're gonna need starting funds to get on this, so might as well get you after that treasure. And after that, there's a captain I know coming into port soon enough who might be able to help you out. Might be a good chance to prove yourselves also.
Thank you.
Would you like to come with us?
Oh, it didn't come into the building. That's a little sad. My fog effect. Why do you hate me?
Oh. Ah!
There we go. Let's just get that going a little bit differently. Oh, come on. Why is it staying outside? Ah! I wanted it inside only.
Inside. It's weird.
As you guys are having this conversation, there are sudden loud sounds that begin to sound out in the interior of the room. Bang! As smoke begins to billow out in and around the room. And as I ask everyone to roll initiative for the first time this campaign, that is also going to be where we take our first break.
Oh,
Oh, no, I'll actually roll initiative.
There you go.
I rolled one better.
We're so proud of you.
Yeah.
And go ahead and get Rongo and Smokes in there as well.
Well, let's hope that my first time playing a cleric will, you know, we're not gonna die. Uh-huh.
And Samudra, if you could roll
Fine.
initiative as well, please.
Oof.
Sorry, my kid was talking to me.
No worries. All right. As you guys roll initiative and this begins, that is where we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. So stand up, stretch, grab some water. Because when we come back, something's going down. So I'll see you all in a few. Welcome back, everyone. So, as you all are standing there and smoke begins to fill the house, very sad that it didn't here, but we make do with what we can.
Well, why don't we just tell him to go outside?
Is there like walls or something that's constraining the light in these spaces?
That's
here?
probably what it is. I made the map a little funky, because
Thinking
of,
if you got rid of those, it might allow it to expand.
yeah. There are certain issues with modules after popping back to V11 that I think is the root of the problem right now. But it's okay. It's not the biggest issue. You guys can imagine that there is smoke, right? I believe in you.
Sure. What to say all those AoEs you drop down are smoke.
Yes, that is where the smoke is emanating from.
Interesting. Real shame smoke's so far away from us.
A bunch of these things all got kind of thrown into the room simultaneously from different areas. So one even landed right up here, but before you guys could even react, it burst open and started releasing this smoke. Through the smoke, you all hear a voice. Well, well. Someone who knows the location of the treasure. I'm afraid you'll have to come with us then. And coming into the room is a tall, female, very clear pirate. Bicorned hat and everything. Sword already drawn and what looks to be fresh blood along its blade. But her entire right arm, from about halfway down the bicep, has been replaced with this massive mechanical gray claw. And she is simply going to she's going to stride into the room over to Crackbeak and grab him. As a few more pirates are going to begin to flood into the room as well. Didn't want to do that.
Are you sure we couldn't just try a, hey, I like your claw, why don't we work together?
No.
Alright.
One is going to come up here and leverage their blade towards you, Samudra. And the others are going to sort of similarly do that as well.
I'm going to attack this shark.
Yes.
I'm gonna attack this giant brick shithouse.
The
of
very
a shark.
smart thing. Alistair, we are going to have you go first here. As this begins to unfold around you. Pirates begin swarming in towards you, blades drawn, and this one individual has already come up, put a hand on Crackbeak, and has a sword sort of leveraged at his neck.
Well, I think
Sorry,
the first
where
thing
is
I'm
that
going.
one? The leader, is she right here? Or...
She is right here.
She's right next to you.
I can't see her.
You may
I'm
need to
gonna
refresh.
I see all
The
the other
server
pirates.
did refresh, so people may need to just do a quick refresh to get back into things.
I'm gonna start twisting a bunch of little gauges and hidden switches on my armor here. I'm gonna attempt a crafting check.
Okay. Try and overdrive.
Time to overdrive.
Go for it. Easy success.
Yeah, success. So, effect overdrive. Good job. Success.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead.
We have. Okay, anyways. Then I will draw my Chris.
All right.
Oh, whoa. Ah!
Aha! I deleted the roof. Now we have fog.
Nice. I will strike at this fellow right here.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, hey, that just happened to be flanking.
Would you look at that? That's a hit.
All right.
For a nice full 5 points of piercing damage. All right. As you stab into the pirate, who's going to let out a grunt of pain and to bring her sword to bear towards you. River, that brings us to you.
Cool. Right. I'm going to do this.
Oh boy. Who's getting targeted?
Electricity.
This one first.
All right. Well, are you targeting a second creature as well? You want her to make the save, okay.
I don't like how you said that. Just throwing that out there.
Good. The pirate close to you is going to succeed for half damage. The other one is going to succeed as well.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Okay.
All
I
right.
am so glad that I'm playing a level 1 character.
Ye old level 1 casters. As the electricity lances towards the two of them, and they both sort of sway out of the way, only getting lightly scorched by it. The lady with the iron arm. Oh, you wish to die? I was hoping to resolve this peacefully.
Listen, bitch, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but we were having a nice conversation. It's not my fault you wanted to be fucking dramatic. Anyway, Kinrail, congratulations, you get guidance. Guidance?
Guided.
Guidance.
All right. Kinrail, that brings us to your turn.
So... There's no way she has technical opportunity, right? I draw my dagger.
Okay.
Well, we're 2 spells cast right next to her. She didn't do anything, so.
It's true.
Guidance also would not trigger a reactive strike, as it is not a manipulate spell.
Huh.
Then I will cast Hand of the Apprentice,
Okay.
and the dagger will just hurl itself out of my hand and into her. So spell attack roll, I will use the guidance effect.
All right.
Guidance, yes. Come on. Oh, I didn't target her. Oops.
You did not target her. A 16 will miss, though.
Yeah, I'll hero point it.
Why not?
First hero point of the game.
Oh, no. Still.
That is not
No,
going
I
to do
was
any
waiting for
better.
her.
I'm sorry.
So that was action number 2, because that's a one-action spell.
The way that that die rolled over the 19, I was holding my breath.
I guess I'll have to shield myself now.
All right. That is going to bring us to one more pirate who's going to come charging into the building. And seeing that you all have made the first attacks, they're going to start attacking back.
I'm in danger.
I don't think it's fair to say that we made the first attack. They ran up on my guy and pulled their knives out.
Yeah, and then Alistair was the first one to actually shiv someone. So, Alistair, you're getting shivved by a cutlass.
Oh,
Alright, I feel like shiv here is a little bit of an understatement because a fucking cutlass?
Yeah.
No, brother, you're getting stabbed.
That is a 15, which I believe hits solely because you are being flanked right now.
I am being flanked.
All right.
Yes.
Well, here's the good news. They do not have sneak attack. So you are only going to take 3 points of slashing damage. And Samudra, that brings us to your turn.
Okie dokie.
Oh, you just gonna stand there?
Have to touch. Okie dokie. Let's. I can re-shield myself, but I can't re-guidance myself if I've already been guidanced.
Correct. Guidance has an immunity of 1 hour after it's been used. Shield, as long as you don't use the actual shield block reaction, you can continue using it. All right. And that guidance is for yourself.
Yeah,
Go ahead and grab that effect.
I'm trying.
I believe in you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. 2d4. Okie dokie, let's just do this.
Okay, who's getting electric arced?
Let's do the lady, and then,
Boss lady?
yeah.
Okay.
And then let's do the guy that was injured by River.
Sure. We'll start with the injured one. They are going to succeed for half damage. And Boss Lady
Gonna
is
nat one and die.
going to crit succeed. And be entirely unaffected.
Can I use a hero point to make her reroll?
No. All right.
I just want her to take those 2 damage, Jericho.
Electric Arc not being a great effect for you guys so far. Don't forget your focus spells. So those can do some fun things.
Yeah, but they're touch range.
That is fair. Well, hey, you've got 2 people you can touch. And you have 1 action left.
Don't you guidance?
No, I guidanced.
Oh, right, Electric Arc is 2 actions. Okay. So I do want to ask, guidancing yourself would do nothing there, because it'll also run out at the start of your next turn. So you can still have it on yourself, and that'll benefit you if you have to make any saving throws.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought I could use it on this
No, it
at the
is...
beginning of this turn.
You use your guidance when you make a roll. Whether it's an attack roll, a saving throw, a skill check. So if you're forcing others to make saves, guiding yourself doesn't really benefit you. So if you would rather have shielded or give that guidance to someone else, you're more than welcome to.
I would have rather shielded.
Sure, go ahead and cast shield then. And grab that effect. As we move on to Smokes' turn.
Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. Smokes does have 10 paces as his gunslinger, so he is going to get to step 10 feet as a free action and draw his flintlock for free as well. And he'll go ahead and put a shot of that into this pirate. One who's already injured. 4.
Terrible bad.
Points of damage. We're doing well so far, guys. And he'll use his last action to go ahead and draw his air repeater as well. And that brings us to Rongo's turn, who is going to do as the barbarian does and rage.
Rage. Yeah.
And then go charging over here to make a strike at the boss lady, I think. I guess he would have to draw his great axe first, so he'll go charging over.
Chomp.
Yeah, he'll bite instead of drawing his great axe for now, since he can just bite someone.
Rip her arm off while I look at it.
And he's actually going to manage to hit. Would you look at that?
Nice.
For 9 points of damage to her. And that is going to bring us back to the top of the round with her turn. She's going to, she's got a sword up at Crackbeak's face, but she's going to look at Rongo. Oh. I wonder how you taste, man shark. I bet delicious.
Why doesn't Crackbeak get a turn?
Because Crackbeak hasn't fought in a long time. He also has a sword at his throat right now.
Pussy.
Yeah, she's gonna go ahead and use her claw to attack Rongo. For 9 points of slashing damage. And she'll follow it up once more. Oh, that is a natural 1. But unfortunately, as a boss, she does have a villain point that she's going to use here. Because
Born early.
she's here to be a nuisance. She is still not going to hit, though. So, she's going to use her last action to just kind of force herself and Crackbeak to move a little bit. Kind of keep Crackbeak there with her as she starts moving him at sword point towards the edge of the building. And the rest of the pirates are going to crowd in on you guys and go for the hits. This one is going to use one action to get a little bit closer to you, Samudra, and to go for a strike with their cutlass. Oh,
No, thank you.
The dice are not on my side for this, huh? They're going to go for one more. Very unlikely to hit, but no dice on their part. Your shield keeping you up.
Nice.
Very, very nice. That is going to bring us to another pirate, who is going to come running over here and go for an attack on Rongo. The big scary shark is the big scary enemy here. going to go ahead and deal another 6 points to Rongo. And then go for a slash at you, Kinriel, with their last action here. Which is going to miss. That is going to bring us to the injured pirate right here, who has so many targets of choice. And their first strike is going to be at you, River. Going for a... Actually... no, they're going to use an action to demoralize you first.
Rude.
I try.
That is rude.
Your mother never loved you.
They're going to try and frighten you with their sword before they actually go for the strike. Which will fail, because your will DC is too high. And so then they're going to strike you normally. That is going to hit. For 6 slashing damage to you.
I'm so glad that that wasn't a crit. Oh my god.
All right.
I think your fucking butter knife is gonna scare me. Come on.
Hey. I think it does. And they're just going to swing again. They're actually going to swing at Alistair this time, since Alistair's flanked, and they can get sweep here on their attack.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You try to scare me and then you don't even stab me the second time.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Just barely missing you, Alistair. That's going to bring us to your turn.
I'm going to skip Boodle over this right here and go in my own flank. I'm like, no. None of that now. I'm going to hero point that.
Go for it.
Well.
Wow!
Oh, no.
Ow!
Double twos. Awesome. I'll just do a +2. Come on.
There you go.
See? It was a beat up for that. Alright, deadliest go. Yeah.
9 points of damage. That is going to be exactly enough to bring her down.
Yay!
Get fucked, you stupid bitch.
And that does it for your
It's
turn,
your
correct?
cleric, everybody.
Yes, that is my turn.
All right, River,
Move
that brings us
2
back
attacks.
to you.
So that's just like kill person.
She just kind of, River, they just kind of like spit on the corpse, just like, you dumb bitch! And then, do I want to be a cleric here? Or I just want to kill shit?
Kill things. That's what's fun.
So, I suppose...
Ooh, who's getting javelined?
The boss bitch.
All right, she is going to have lesser cover because you're shooting it through another pirate. So, which just means a +1 to her AC.
Can I... Could I have moved?
If you
before I
wanted
did
to,
that?
yeah.
Okay. Then I will do that.
Oh, good. Move up into melee range of her.
Yep.
That's smart.
Hey. River has a +0 to their intellect, so just a roll over.
Go for the attack roll.
Hey,
That's not going to do
hero
it.
point, baby.
Yeah. Woo.
Very nice. That'll become a hit. Maximum damage. All right. And she will start taking a little bit of persistent electricity damage. That is also going to make it that any metal weapons or electricity effects have a +1 status bonus to attack roll against her. All right.
And then,
That's going to do it for your turn
oh well,
if you move and then
is
cast.
it? Okay. Even if I step?
Well, yeah, casting the spell took 2 actions.
Yeah,
Moving
but
took
I
1.
have... Oh,
You only have 3 actions, don't you?
listen. For some reason I thought stepping was different. Okay,
No.
anyway.
Kinriel, that's going to bring us to you.
Need a little blood in the water. And I will reach over and touch Rongo's great axe.
Oh boy. Give him runic weapon on that. That's gonna be terrifying.
Does Hand of the Apprentice bring back the weapon?
I believe so.
Oh yeah, it flies back to my hand. Okay, and then... Oh man, 25 foot movement speed. 15. Yeah, I'll move like down here and through. To provide flanking with Rongo. Whenever he gets his turn.
I'm gonna jump on that crate.
Just pat River on the shoulder. Excuse me, pardon me.
The pirates are doing it.
Yeah. They're used to doing that sort of thing. Alright, that's going to bring us to the pirate over by you, Samudra. Imagining Surge is with you.
Yeah, he's just...
Oh boy. I mean, they see Rongo's magic weapon right now. That certainly scares them a little bit. I'm gonna roll for them. Were you gonna say something there, Kin?
No.
Okay. Yeah, they're going to use one action to entirely ignore you, Samudra, and run over to Rongo. And try and take him down before he can draw his new and improved axe. They're going to demoralize him with one action and then go for a strike. Failing to demoralize by 1, unfortunately. And,
Can't scare an enraged shark? Come on now.
Hey, I can try, certainly. And hopefully get a good roll here. Oh, my God. Well, Samudra, that's going to bring us to your turn.
Great.
Oh.
All right. Targeting boss lady?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Then she'll go ahead and give you that fortitude save. She will succeed for half damage. And she will take a -5 foot status penalty to her speeds until the end of your next turn.
Yeah.
All right, and go ahead and grab your curse as well, as you are now at minor curse for casting that.
Which curses you have?
Good show.
The Curse of Perpetual Storm. So, a minor storm immediately begins to whip up around you, Samudra. If there were any non-magical fires within that 5-foot range of you, they would all be put out immediately, and electricity begins bubbling up in that area as well.
Neat.
So you have a weakness 2 to electricity at the moment for that, but you have your own personalized storm.
Yeah.
And that brings us to Smokes' turn. He is going to Raconteur's Reload, targeting this pirate. So he's going to attempt to create a diversion. Or... no, he's going to attempt to demoralize. His diversion is not very high. He's going for the demoralize. Which is going to fail, but he does get the reload off. And then he'll fire his pistol at them. Oh, oops, gotta hit the actual load button. There we go. Fire. Which is gonna hit. For 4 damage this time. And then he'll go with the air repeater as well, firing at them. Which is going to miss, unfortunately. And that brings us to Rongo's turn. He's going to stride here, draw his great axe, and go for a swing on the boss. Unfortunately, it is not going to hit, though.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do it.
Alistair teleporting.
I didn't mean to do that, I was trying to measure.
So that is going to bring us back to the boss's turn. You know, this didn't have to end the way it's going to. This could have just ended with us walking away, and you all keeping your lives. I suppose that's not what you wanted, though, is it? She is going to target you, River, with her claw.
A claw.
The claw. For 9 points of damage to you.
Uh-oh.
Gee.
I'm rolling to see who she attacks with each of these attacks. I want you guys to know. She is going after Rongo with her second attack. Which is going to miss, because the dice do not want me to roll above a 10 today. And last but not least, she's swinging back at you, River. This time with the cutlass. Which is also going to miss. Goodness fucking gracious. Multiple pirates get to go at this point, as she's going to take 1 persistent electricity damage, but overcome it. And at the end of her turn, she's going to call out, Ragnarok! Get your ass in here and help out, please.
Oh, I don't like some of that.
As one of the pirates is going to come running over here. They're going to attempt to demoralize you, Alistair. I really want a successful demoralize, please. Is that too much to ask for?
No. Yes.
Oh my god, it is. Holy shit. I don't think I've rolled above a 10 with any of my enemies so far this fight. They're just going to go for a swing against you then.
Better not.
That's a nat 1. So that's going to just bring us to this pirate right here. Who is going to attack Rongo first. Oh, there's the nat 20 I was looking for earlier.
Oh no.
Rongo is going to take 12 damage and immediately collapse to the ground. So the big question is, do they attack Rongo again, or do they attack River? Because they're out for blood right now. They're going to try and finish off Rongo.
No.
Oh, that's rude.
They're going to miss.
Yes.
Because I rolled 120 and now I'm back to rolling 5s and below. It's all good.
He hurts.
Their last action's just going to keep trying to pierce through Rongo's hide and finish him off. Hey, another nat 1, baby. Let's go for that -3. That should overflow back to a nat 20, right?
No.
If I roll a -3 to hit.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, that's fair. That is going to bring us to the individual called Ragnarok. Alistair, you are effectively the closest of the people who is here. You hear a tearing sound by the southern entrance.
What now?
A tearing sound, like clothes tearing. And as you look over, you see a nondescript human man, except for what look to be burn marks on both arms. Currently growing in size, his clothes ripping, his skin covering in green scales, his face elongating into a massive crocodile.
Fuck!
Who is going to come charging over with the rest of his turn and come into the fray.
Well, that messes up my plan.
As it reaches your turn, Alistair.
Okay. Well, this makes a big mess of things. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a treat wounds on River with battle medicine.
Okay.
I pull some medicinal stuff out of a compartment on my arm and I get to work. I'm going to...
Work.
Nope. I'm going to do a hero point.
Sure. If you want a hero point, just re-roll it.
Oh, right.
Otherwise, it doesn't roll with it. A 24 is a success.
I keep forgetting that. Also close, so close to the
I
critical.
know. Go ahead and
I'll
roll
just
2d8,
roll the-
though.
Yes.
13 health back to you, River. All right.
Now, can I walk through River and then Rongo to get to here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to gamble that this big crocodile boy doesn't have a reactor strike.
You really want to gamble that?
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way over to Rongo.
And I'm like, I hardly met you, but I'm not going to let you die. I'm going to do battle medicine on him too.
Let me kill him, damn it!
No! Not allowed!
6 health back to him. He's conscious again. Damn it.
Oh no, it's happening again.
Alright. He is no longer raging, unfortunately, since he did go unconscious. But, River, that brings
That's
us
my
to
turn.
you.
Okay.
So Rongo would go before the pirate that put him down.
At this point, yes, but he will not go before the captain.
Ah.
He will go before this pirate.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh boy. What type of heal are you doing here? Who's getting it?
Rongo.
my god, let me kill him, people.
No, he's our new pet. You can't have him.
I'm killing that shark.
Okay, if I carried a goblin for an entire day, I will save the shark.
I have two purposes with this fight. Kidnap the tengu and kill the shark. I'm getting at least one of those done. Who's getting the guidance?
I don't see guidance immunity on Samudra, so
That's awesome. I really like my next
Samudra.
spell. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, go ahead and get your guidance. And that will bring us to Kinriel's turn.
Alrighty. She seems to have a good reflex save, so
Looks like it.
I will cast Frostbite on her.
Okay. That is a success for her.
Ready? So
My above 10 rolls are solely for rolling saving throws.
she takes 2, I guess.
Yep.
And
At the very least, you cannot kill my enemy. But they can't kill you in return, so...
then the only option I have, shield.
Okay. That is going to bring us to this pirate right here, who's right next to you, Alistair. And
Yep, they
I mean,
sure
that
are.
first swing, you're such an easy target. Why wouldn't I?
Am I?
Yes. And I think a 25 is going to deal 6
Yep.
damage to you.
Ow.
And I mean, the shark's on the ground. That's an easy follow-up attack, especially when I've got sweep here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to hit Rongo as well. For dealing 5 damage to him. And last but not least, they're going to try and stab the shark on the ground again as well. It's just slightly easier.
Yeah, he's prone.
Yeah. He does have a very tough hide, though. Oh, but nat 20.
Oh, jeepers.
Uh-oh. But minimum damage on that nat 20. Only 6. He does not go unconscious from it. And Samudra, that's going to bring us to your turn.
So you're gonna see Samudra like ball up her fist, and her storm is gonna intensify, and there's gonna be like static coming from her being, and she's gonna close her eyes and she's gonna pray with her whole heart for Mother to please send some help because things have gotten out of control.
All right.
And this little sea of sea lice is gonna come from all directions.
Go ahead and place that burst where you want it.
I'm trying, my stuff's dumb.
No worries.
Interesting idea.
Right there, yeah. Only grab the 3 enemies that are down there. Wonderful. All right, go ahead and roll that damage, and I'll start rolling saves.
It's range 30 feet.
Yeah.
I missed that part.
No, it's not an emanation.
No, I'm not blowing it through you to the boss.
All right, starting with the top left pirate, they are going to exactly succeed for half damage. The next pirate is going to fail for full damage, and so-called Ragnarok is
Critical
going
fill.
to
Critical fill.
succeed for half.
Son of a bitch!
Ooh.
All right. As the creatures you summon begin to slash through those pirates, Samudra, you've got 1 action left. You cannot rousing
Nope.
splash here, because that's 2 actions. You've only got 1 left.
Oh no, you're right. Then
Yeah.
can I redo my shield?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's going to bring us to Smokes right next to the big bad crocodile. So, best of luck to him. He's going to try and... He's going to Raconteur's reload, trying to demoralize the shark. Because why wouldn't we? And is going to fail, unfortunately. But he does get the free reload off, and then he'll just fire at it. Actually, no. He'll move to here first, and then fire. Actually, wait. Ranged attacks don't get flanking. Ignore me. He'll just stay there so he can do 2 attacks. Almost forgot. First attack is not going to hit, unfortunately. I think he uses a hero point for that. And turns it into a hit.
Yeah.
Before he'll fire with the air repeater at it. Which is not going to hit, unfortunately. And that is going to bring us to the captain's turn. And Crackbeak's no longer grabbed. Crackbeak is going to try and retreat further in to the place at this point. He doesn't have a weapon, so he can't really fight very well at the moment. So he's just gonna fall back. A bloodbath it is then. She's going to attack you, River. With the claw.
Nah, claw.
The claw. For 8 points of damage this time.
Yochi.
Then she's going to turn her blade on Rongo.
No.
Yes.
Try to save him.
I am rolling to see who I target. She does not get the crit on him because she doesn't have sweep with this weapon yet. But she is going to deal 12 damage to him. And put him down to dying 2.
Not dying 3. He went down.
He didn't go down to a crit
earlier.
He went
First
down.
one he did.
But he still only goes to wounded 1 when he comes back to consciousness.
Oh, right.
So
Sorry.
he gets wounded 1 plus 1 dying from a regular hit here. So he's at dying 2. And
I don't know why I thought that.
that'd be real
I should
rough.
know better. Yeah, we'll be rough.
She is going to turn her blade towards you, River. Since you can very clearly heal, she is going to swing at you once more with the sword. Oof. And deal 11 points of slashing damage to you.
Huh.
As River falls to the ground alongside Rongo, she is just going to pull her blade out. We can keep doing this until the rest of you are dead if you'd like. I just want the tengu. This doesn't have to end in any of your deaths.
Does anybody ask the Tengu if he wants to go with you?
I don't much care if he wants to go with me or not. I want him to come with me, and so he will. Whether I leave a few bodies behind, well, that's up for you all to decide. Now's the time to make your choice.
I should look at the rare crocodile. I'm like,
We're
Don't
not
think
gonna
we're
let
going
you
to-
just take him. I don't want to die. I think that that's dumb. I think we should work together and be friends, and maybe we could go shopping and get our hair done. But I really think that you just coming in here thinking that you're going to take our new friend, whether he wants to or not, is really messed up. And I don't want to die, and I don't want you to die. But if somebody's got to die,
It'll
well,
be
it probably
you.
won't be us.
Give me a
We have the power of
diplomacy
love
check,
and
Sumitra.
friendship. Public, blind.
Public. Does anyone else have any thoughts that they would share at this point as well?
Yes, River, chime in. Aid.
River is unconscious.
All right, Rongo. Aid.
Rongo is also unconscious.
All right. Smokes. Get all tired and gravelly and be like, you're tired of this fight. We all should just get along.
Smokes is in an existential state of both being here and not being here. He is mute at the moment.
Bummer.
As much as I would like to not let her take the tengu, I do not think we're in a position to prevent that.
So you're not gonna fight? Are you giving up?
If you think you could win, I'll push on, but it does not look good.
Well, I don't understand why we're fighting in the first place. Like, we all want the same thing.
Because if I can get what I want, why would I share it?
Well, what do you want? I mean, you don't want to find my brother. That's the only thing I care about. Unless you do want to find my brother. I mean, you're kind of cute. Mom would like you.
We got here first, you stingy bitch.
Quite unconscious.
I know.
River sleep talking. How about this? Once I find the treasure with the Tengu's help, you can have him back.
How about I quit these losers and I join your crew, and then I'll just go with you to find my brother. I wouldn't have said that. But Kashmir would have, I tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm poor, but I don't think that calls me a loser.
And I use stealth to try and like get Tengu's attention and tell him to leave while she's distracted by this.
I think that's more going to fall under deception than just stealth, which you're more than welcome to try.
Can I aid him from the beyond?
Yeah, as you sleep talk, why not?
So deception against her perception.
Best of
Really, all
luck.
of their perceptions. Okay.
You do not get a bonus from River.
I mean, she is unconscious, so...
She mumbles something about, like, beer.
Untrained, no charisma.
The Friday half-off special at the God's
Nat
Revel.
20, come on.
Okay.
Untrained, uncharismatic, not 20.
What about that?
This is on me for not
Jericho?
specifying. Please do keep in mind, deception checks should pretty much
Oh,
always be
sorry.
blind. No worries.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm going to let you keep that because that's pretty cool.
Try to indicate you should leave while she's distracted.
Ixnay on the get fucking out at state.
That's on him to try and sneak out of here, though.
Yeah. I can give him a stealth roll.
Could he even maybe fight just a little?
He doesn't have
Like-
a weapon. What do you want him to do? Throw hands?
He only has one. I know, but like,
He's got one good
Maybe
one. He
don't-
has both arms, just one of them is injured.
There's a lot of smoke in here.
There is.
by any chance, does he know how to use a blowgun?
Who knows?
Can I ask him? Because I've got one.
If you could see him through the smoke, sure. But after Kinriel signals him, he very quickly disappears into the smoke.
Okay.
I guess you can have him.
Wonderful.
I'm just gonna slowly walk towards the door.
That's all I ask for. And the rest of you, are you going to try anything untoward? She's just like staring primarily at you, Samudra.
I'm gonna stand there defiant and see what the rest of the team do.
Well, I am going to. It's like, well, if you're not going to continue to attack, I will tend to our wounded.
By all means.
Oh, right.
You, if you want to try and stabilize some people, Alistair, since you do have the medicine kit, you absolutely may.
Alright. Oh, Rongo's right in front of me, so I may as well start with him.
Yeah, why not?
Let's see, where...
Go ahead and use a stabilize from my cantrip deck.
Sure.
And stabilize. River.
Uh-oh. I failed.
Ooh. Alright, River, you immediately lose the dying condition. You are still unconscious, but you are not at risk of death.
And then I'll pick River up and walk back to the board.
Sure. I'm gonna give Rongo a recovery check here. That's a failure. Alistair, you've got one more chance.
Damn it, stuff died on me. No!
0 point.
Doesn't have any.
I have some. Can I give him one?
Nope.
Non-transferable.
You never let me have any pets.
That's a nat 20 for Rongo. He is back to only dying one.
Yes, Rongo!
Oh my god.
Don't die
Alistair,
me.
try again.
Stop dying. Oh, come on.
Jericho had this big,
Back to
like,
dying
elaborate
too.
plan
Look.
for him where, you know, somebody, the bad lady was going to kill him in this righteous movement. No, it's going to be friendly fire that kills him. I see.
Instead, it's Alistair rapidly trying to heal him while he bleeds out and fluctuates between life and death.
I don't understand shark anatomy.
He's back to dying 3, Alistair.
No.
Person that could actually just fucking throw.
Oh my
Well, this guy hero point out of it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Stabilize
unless
at
he has-
30-foot range, I'll just use another.
Let's be
No.
This is the death he deserves.
Let him die to Alistair.
Yeah,
It's
this
funny
is the
that
death
way.
he deserves.
Person that could
Okay.
actually fucking bring him back is unconscious right now.
He's done nothing this fight, so I'm probably staring at one of my stabilized cards like, is this even worth it? This guy's useless.
As he literally dies.
Alistair is like trying to sew the wounds shut rapidly. and just accidentally nicks an artery, and blood just starts gushing out of Rongo. Even faster.
I mean, that puts him on dying 4, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's
Please
dead.
tell me
Yeah.
you're recording this so we can send it to Zark.
Oh, yes. This is what he deserves.
Oh no.
The boss, she's like sent people to spread out and look for Crackbeak at this point, and just sees you trying with the shark, and he bleeds out.
Good, maybe it kept her distracted, us murdering our compatriot. And it gave Crackbeak enough time to escape.
Well, she sent her other people to look for Crackbeak, so we'll find out. She looks down as Rongo bleeds out on the ground. Sorry, openings on my crew are closed. You all and your skills, I think, are just fine here.
What's your name?
I stare daggers at Elizabeth.
She has not said her name, by the way.
Yeah.
So you guys do not technically know her name.
I just asked, is she gonna tell me?
No.
Okay.
She'll look at you and just say, just know that you lost your friend to the Grey Claws.
Captain Bitch Greyclaw. Got it.
I don't have the strength to carry this corpse out here, so I'm just gonna
Just take his
deject.
great axe. Just take his great axe.
Take his great axe, take his money. You know what's
It feels wrong.
You know what's
It feels
objectively,
wrong.
Alistair, you wanna know what the objective funniest thing is?
Mhm.
Rongo had 2 healing potions in his inventory.
Well, now we have 2 healing potions in our inventory.
Yeah, I thought like trying to figure no as he I don't know realize he's dead. I'm like, son of a
Shit.
bitch. He
Definitely
had his own log.
get his piece from him.
Grab his armor, grab his weapon, grab his money, grab his healing potions.
Just leave this sad, pathetic husk of a shark left.
Go throw it in the
Take
ocean
his
where it
fins.
belongs.
Take his fins too and sell them on the market. For soup.
This is a sentient being.
Not anymore.
Well, this has been a very fun diversion, fun to watch. Now, if you don't mind, I have a tengu to track down and treasure to find. Toodaloo. And she's gonna push her way past you all. She'll just walk over River's unconscious body.
I'm holding them still.
Yeah, absolutely. As all the pirates sort of make their way out, they do grab the one corpse of their member who you killed. And Crackbeak has vanished. The pirates have vanished. You have a dead shark, an unconscious River, and the smoke begins to clear after a few minutes.
I guess I'll do a 10-minute treat wounds on her to bring her back.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Nah.
Hey, will you do me a big favor?
Who?
Will you not kill her too, please?
Oh.
Look, that's a shark. I don't understand how sharks work.
River, go ahead and regain those 5
Oh,
hit
I'm
points.
so sorry.
It's okay. I slip up
Welcome
too,
back.
but that's only because I'm used to Aranth pronouns, and going from Aranth to River is gonna take a little bit of time.
Same. We'll get there together.
As you slowly
back.
come back to consciousness, River, you don't actually know exactly what's going on. The last thing you remember was a pretty brutal fight with the pirates, and now all of a sudden, as you come to consciousness, you're over by the door, sunlight
Aye.
kind of streaming onto your face, and all the pirates are gone.
Did we win? Holy shit.
No, that was a decided loss for us.
Is Kinreal still holding River?
Yeah.
You didn't even take me out to dinner yet.
I'll set them down.
Oh, thank you.
Your
Oof.
feet.
They're a little wobbly for a second. Hey, that hasn't happened to me in a long fucking time. Alright, so we fucked that up, I imagine.
We're down a member now as well.
What? Is Sammy okay?
No, the shark.
Oh.
Rongo, he didn't make it, unfortunately.
Oh, big guy.
It turns out I really don't understand how sharks work.
If we brought him back as a skeleton, would he be a skeleton or would he be like gelatinous goo? Because they are only made out of cartilage.
Great
Just
question.
Jaws.
It's just the skull.
It just floats. I love this.
Well,
On the plus side, I think Crackbeak escaped, so they're probably searching.
oh, great. Okay, did we get, his astrolabe piece?
Yes.
There are no, we have all the astrolabe pieces.
Okay,
Are you talking about Rongo's?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Said
tight.
don't forget his piece.
Okay, good. Right.
Does Rongo have any money
Yeah,
that we can take?
that was put in the party stash. He had 3.5 gold.
Oh, rad. Okay, so then I think we should go and get more kids to look for Crackbeak.
Hang on.
These two of us are still badly injured.
And going and dumping a 3-action heal, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to place that emanation button down. If you hit the 3-action version, it then gives you a place 30-foot emanation that has a fun little animation. It should at least.
So no, I did a room full of guards. It was just like pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Wow.
Uh,
That's cool.
And then go ahead and hit roll damage healing, and everyone will heal that amount. 4 health back to everyone. Hot
Great.
dog.
It was such a cool animation for what?
For 4 health, hey, that's better than nothing. You're no
Yeah.
longer badly injured.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
little after 9 a.m. at this point.
It's not really how I imagined my morning going. Should we grab big guy so he doesn't stink up the place and just dump him into the ocean? You know, real shark warriors death, I suppose.
You could just do a simple burial.
I think that we should take him to the beach and you should do an autopsy and learn as much as you can about shark anatomy because you don't know when you might have this opportunity or need that information again.
Ouch.
You never know when you're going to have to heal a shark.
You know,
Right.
I don't know if River's actually clued in that he's dead because of Alistair.
I think Surge will come soothe those burns there, Alistair.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I can rousing splash. Can I rousing splash River?
Sure.
She might like it.
It is only temporary hit points, but you can absolutely throw water at her. As, that
boy.
storm surrounding you of about 5 feet that puts out fires is not going to go away until you go to sleep tonight, Samudra, FYI.
I mean, it was a very stressful day.
Very stressful morning.
Yeah. It's not even noon.
It's the life of a healer. You roll bad and everyone just dunks on you.
As Samudra throws some water at you, River, from her little personalized storm.
Oh, thank you.
For you, anything.
Kind of want to fucking 86 and get the fuck out of here.
There's a couple of the dock workers here who are like creeping out of the corners from that they had fled into to take stock of the situation.
Sorry for this.
I mean, you see fights between crews every now and then, just typically out on the docks instead of here. We're gonna have to, we're gonna have to do a lot of cleanup. There's like boxes that have been knocked over, broken by the magic, and spilled. And they're, of course, down a hand. A couple of them are nursing like light injuries from the flailing blades at this point. But they pretty quickly just sort of wrap some bandages around their injuries and get back up to start cleaning up the place.
Do any of you know where Crackbeak might go if he's in danger?
I know he's got his house is southeast of here, on the mainland. I know it's near Hartha's, but past that I don't know much else, sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Just try to get there before those pirate fucks do.
Yeah. Guess we'll drag the shark out of here. I don't think any of us are really strong, are we?
No, you're all pretty weak.
I have a +1.
Hot
He was
dog.
the strong.
The strength of the party has vanished. Is River now the strongest member of the party?
Oh no!
You might be. Samudra
But she
and
is +2.
Alistair and Kindriel are all +0. So is...
Oh,
Smokes has a
shit.
+1.
All right.
You're tied with the
Phew.
lizard. Alright.
Don't think we have much time to deal with the burial here, but
You're just gonna go throw him into the water.
burial at sea. That
Yeah.
sounds better.
I mean, this part of the docks is definitely up on cliffs, so you could just kind of like roll his body off one of the bridges
My God.
into the water if you really are running low on time.
Surely we could just find somewhere to hide his body until we have more time. Maybe.
I mean, you could like throw his body into an alleyway until you've got more time to deal with it if you won.
God.
I mean, he died fighting for us. I think we
We
should
could
build a
leave
little
him
bit of
here for the
respect.
dock workers to
That's nice.
Put a tarp,
Come in,
put a
destroy their
tarp over him
place.
for now.
Leave a corpse for them to take care of.
We didn't start that fight.
Do you know how many bloodstains they're already going to have to clean out of the floorboards?
I say we shuck him over the cliff. Not because I'm callous, but because I'm sure he wants to be in the water. I would want to be in the water. If I died fighting here today, you should throw me over the cliff.
That's the local tradition. I don't know.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
I'm going to bend down and whisper, swim, into his ear.
As you roll the large, injury-riddled corpse of Rongo the shark off the bridge in front of maybe half a dozen other people who are walking nearby, and watch it splash into the waters of the ocean below before heading off to go and try and catch up with Crackbeak, that is where we're going to go ahead and end the session for today.
Man.
Thank you for playing. I hope you enjoyed.
Great game as always.
That was stressful.
First level is always rough.
First level is always rough. And I will see you all next week. Have a good one.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Good night.